Good morning students, Saira. Welcome to the part 2 of Geography revision of the first chapter, that is environment. Students, before we proceed further, as always, I want you to be ready with a pen and a notepad so that you can jot down any important points if required. Students, in this session, we are going to learn about the components of the environment. Now, let us see what are the components of the environment. They are human environment, natural environment, and human made environment. Now, what is human environment? Human environment means the community, religion that we follow, individual, all this comes under the category of human environment. So then what is natural environment? Anything and everything that we get from nature is natural environment, is natural surrounding, right? So in natural surrounding, what all can we have? We can have plants, we can have animals, then we can have land, air, okay, all these things come under the category of natural environment. Now, what is human made environment? As the name suggests, anything that is made by human, anything that we see around us and which is made by human is called human environment. So, components of our environment are natural environment, human environment, and human made environment. Now, children, can you see this picture over here? This is the picture which shows components of environment and the three categories of it. Then further, it also shows small pictures of the subcategories that fall under that particular component. For example, see children, if you see here, under human made environment we have individual, family, then we have community, right? We have education, economic, our country as a whole. All this fall under the category of human made environment. Now, what is natural environment? Let us see what is natural environment. Children, the natural environment includes both biotic and abiotic components. Yes. So children, let us understand now what is natural environment. The natural environment includes both biotic and abiotic components. The biotic components comprises of plants and animals, whereas abiotic components comprise of air, water, and soil. So then children, what is human made environment? Human made environment is nothing but everything that we see around us that is made by humans. Bridges, buildings, industries, schools, hospitals, all this fall under the category of human made environment. So, natural environment comprises of air, water, land, plants, and animals, right? Now children, we have already learned about the four major domains of the earth in standard 6th. What are those? Lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere, and biosphere. Right children? Now let us do a revision on all the spheres. Let us refresh our knowledge about these four domains. Should we start? Yes. First one, lithosphere. Now children, let us understand what is lithosphere. So what is lithosphere? Children, the rocky outermost layer of the earth is called the lithosphere. The term lithosphere means the rocky crust. It includes the crust and the upper part of the mantle. The average thickness of lithosphere is about 100 kilometers. It is made up of rocks and minerals. The uppermost part of the lithosphere forms a thin layer of soil. This irregular and rocky sphere extends both over the continent and ocean basins. It is marked by a variety of landforms such as mountains, plateaus, plains, valleys, etc., both on the land masses and on the ocean floor as well. Now children, let us understand why lithosphere is important. Lithosphere is important because it provides us land for building houses, roads, factories, but the most important thing is for agriculture. It also provides an important source of minerals and power resources. So as I discussed, lithosphere is the domain that provides us forest, grassland for grazing, land for agriculture and human settlements. And we also get minerals from lithosphere. Now the next one is the hydrosphere. The water that is present on the earth is referred to as the hydrosphere. The different sources of water such as oceans, seas, bays, lakes, rivers, etc. form the hydrosphere. Children, in short, the domain of water is termed as the hydrosphere, right? And it is one of the essential things that is required by all the living organisms to survive, right children? Now let us move on to the next sphere, that is atmosphere. Children, the envelope of the earth which surrounds the earth is called the atmosphere. Its exact thickness is unknown, right? The atmosphere is held to the earth by the force of the gravity. The atmosphere contains life-giving oxygen for human beings and animals and carbon dioxide for plants. Atmosphere also prevents the sun's harmful rays from reaching the earth's surface. It controls the extremes of the temperature during day and night. The changes in weather and climate are also due to the presence of the atmosphere. Without atmosphere, our earth would have been barren like the other planets. So children, what does atmosphere consist of? Atmosphere consists of number of gases, dust particles, etc. What does it consist of? Number of gases, dust particles, etc. Now move on to the next sphere, that is the biosphere. The narrow zone where the lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere meet and interact with each other is called the biosphere. Children, the word biosphere comes from the Greek word bios, which means life, and Latin word sphaera, which means total range. Children, this sphere supports life and thus is called the living world. Human beings interact with the environment and modify it according to their need. Early humans adapted themselves to the natural surroundings. They led, they lead a simple life and fulfill their requirements from the nature around them. With time, needs grew and became more varied. Humans learn new way to use and change environment. Right? They learn to grow crops, domesticate animals and lead a settled life. The wheel was invented. Surplus food was produced. Barter system emerged. Trade started and commerce developed. Industrial revolution enabled large scale production. Transportation became faster. Information revolution made communication easier and speedy across the world. Children, we have learned about this in last year's course, right? 6 standards course of history. Humans learned a new way to use and change environment. Students, a perfect balance is necessary between natural and human environment. Students, here is some interesting fact. 5th of June every year is celebrated as World Environment Day. Students, as informed previously, if you have still not downloaded your PDF of particular chapter, do download it from the NCERT website, that is www.ncert.nic.in. Go through the chapter very well, read everything, make your own points if required, go through the revision lectures, go through the explanation of the chapter, and very important, be focused. Do not take this exam lightly at all. Okay, I all the best to you all. I hope you will do very well in this exam. Okay, so with this I end this session of your geography revision of the first chapter. See you in the next video. Till then, goodbye and keep learning.